Agile and Waterfall. Are you wondering which of them is better for your project? Then this video is for you. Both of these approaches have weaknesses and strengths. The best choice really depends on your project needs. So let's break it down and help you figure out which one fits your project better. Let's start with Waterfall. Waterfall is a more traditional, linear approach to project management. It's called waterfall because the project flows through clear phases: requirements, design, implementation, testing, and maintenance. Each phase must be completed before moving on to the next. This makes waterfall very structured and easy to manage, especially for projects with well-defined requirements from the start. One of the biggest advantages in waterfall is predictability. Since everything is planned in advance, you can have a clear timeline and budget. And for a project that these two factors are critical, this fit very well. Like a construction company having a project which is for 3 to 5 years to build a building, for example. It is also easier to manage stakeholders because you can provide detailed documentation at every stage. But waterfall has also some limitations. It's not very flexible. If you discover a problem or a change that needs to be done during the project, it will be very expensive to go back and change it. This can be a major issue in dynamic environments where requirements are likely to change. Waterfall also does not allow for early testing or feedback. So if there is an issue in the design, you might not catch it until late in the process. Now let's talk about Agile. Agile is all about flexibility and iteration. Instead of a linear path, Agile projects are broken down into small manageable chunks called sprints. Each sprint typically lasts 2 to 4 weeks, and the result is a working product, an increment that can be tested and reviewed. Agile teams work in a cycle of continuous improvement based on the feedback from the customer. The biggest strength of Agile is its adaptability. Since you are working in short sprints, you can quickly adjust to changes in the project's requirements or market conditions. Agile also promotes continuous customer involvement, which means you can get feedback early and often, reducing the risk of building something that does not meet the user needs. However, Agile is not perfect either. One of the biggest challenges in Agile that it requires a lot of alignment and collaboration between the team and the stakeholders. Teams need to communicate always, and stakeholders need to be engaged throughout the process. Agile can also make it harder to predict timelines and budget because the scope can evolve as the project progresses. So, how do you choose between Agile and Waterfall? It really depends on the project requirement, limitation, and environment. If you have a project with fixed requirements, a clear timeline, and a need for strict documentation, Waterfall might be the better choice for you. It's ideal for projects where you can plan everything in advance and where changes are unlikely. On the other hand, if your project is more dynamic with evolving requirements and a need for early and frequent feedback, Agile is probably the way to go. Agile is great for projects where flexibility and customer collaboration are key to success. Here is a quick tip: hybrid approach is also an option. Some teams combine elements of both Agile and Waterfall, using Agile for the development process while having the Waterfall structure approach for the initial planning phases. This can give you the best of both worlds. To sum it up, there is no one size fits all answer. The best approach is the one that aligns with your project's needs, your team's strength, and your client's needs. I hope this video helped you to understand the difference between Agile and Waterfall. Until next time, and remember, stay agile and keep learning.